What's good, family? Smash the like button and subscribe. Wow, McTapper fans are super sick right now. McTapper fans are super sick. Oh, you can't write this, man. Oh, I'm with your wife. Oh, with his wife? You was a heap on the floor. You ain't with no one's wife. Yeah, you ain't going nuts. Oh, I'm gonna go outside. I'll fight you outside. Oh. Who are you going to be fighting outside when you're on a heap on the floor? I don't get it. I need some of you McTappadons, yeah? You McTappadons, please explain to me how anyone, because that's the thing about you goofies, yeah? Some of you fruity McTapper fans, oh yeah, look what he was saying. Oh yeah, you know, them ones there. Oh, McTapper, yeah, he was on the floor and he was on the floor looking super sad. That's what he was doing about wives and outside. What I don't understand is if you was so much, I don't know about you, yeah, but me, if I'm on the floor in a heap, I ain't worrying about no one's wife. I ain't worrying about no outside. I'll be what you call seckled. I swear to God. If you ever see the YB, yeah, on the heap, in the floor, on the floor in a heap, you man best check me and say, yo YB. You know what I'm saying? You best find something else to talk about, because right now, wives and outside are two things you ain't going to be doing for a minute. Because if you was, listen McTapper, yeah, I've got no problem. If you're a true warrior, yeah, who you know what I'm saying, if you're truly greasy and you just love being that kind of guy, when your leg snapped, where was the outside, innit? Where was the wife then? I don't get that. Because, like I said, me, if my ankle snaps and I'm on a heap in the floor, I ain't talking about no wives. I ain't talking about no outside, because I know my place, innit? If you're on a heap on the floor, you need to know your place. Oh well, oh, outside, oh, your wife, oh. Where was all that when your legs snapped? Why didn't you, innit? Think about it. If you're gonna be if you're gonna be talking that greasy on a heap in the floor, in a heap on the floor, if you're gonna be talking that greasy in a heap on the floor, where was it when your legs snapped? Because no one didn't know. The ref didn't make you jump on the floor. Dustin Porrier didn't make you jump on the floor. You jumped on the floor. I don't get that. I'm struggling to understand. Because in my mind, the whole wife thing, the whole wife and the whole outside thing, that's supposed to come before you dive on the floor and beg the referee to step in and save you, is it not? Think about the chain of events here. Wait there a minute. What can I do? I want to talk about Dustin Porier's wife, and I want to talk about taking outside. Should I do that before the referee steps in and saves me, or should I do it after? McTapper dives on the floor, lets the referee step in, same as Khabib, to be fair, exactly the same thing. Oh, Khabib, it's only business. Oh, it's only business, Khabib. Oh, it's only business. Oh, that's what he said, 100%. It's only business. The ref steps in, and all of a sudden he want to start, you know what I'm saying? He want to start forgetting how the fight ended. All these fights there, the fights end with you on the floor in a heap. No doubt. That's what did happen. But then for some reason your ego, tell a lie, I was about to say his ego's too big, but his ego isn't too big, because true ego wouldn't allow you to be on a heap in the floor. You just said, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? If you was truly full of ego, you'd say, I don't care about my leg. I'm going to stand on my leg, broken or not, because I want to take this man outside. Yeah? Because I want to have a go on this man's wife. I'm going to stand up through my leg, innit? I don't care what no one says. If you was that, innit? If you wanted to talk that greasy, if you was that greasy, you didn't need to jump on the floor. No one didn't make you jump on the floor. You jumped on the floor. And that was that. I don't know what's wrong with these goofies these days. And the problem is, it comes from you McTapper fans. You McTapper fans, you've got this guy thinking he's something real special. Every time the referee steps in to save him, because what we do know is he was a victim. Yeah, 100%. He was a victim. Dustin Porrier was about to victimize him, no doubt. And that's why I wish really these fights should carry on really. Well, especially with people like McTapper. With people like McTapper, the fights should be allowed to carry on. Because what is this? The ref jumping in and then he gets to talk. That's how. In fact, tell a lie. There should be a new rule in UFC. In UFC, there should be a new rule. If after the referee steps in, the man who was saved opens his mouth, the ref should back off. And I don't get that. What? Why was all the security brought in for? They had all the security. They had the referee. There should be a rule. If you get whooped and get saved by another man, get saved by the establishment, and you take it upon yourself to open your big mouth, everyone should leave it, innit? Immediately, no words spoken. All the security, all the referee should leave the cage and let's see what I go on, innit? Bottom line. Because you was talking about outside. You was talking about his wife and everything else. Innit? Let's run it then. Let's run it. Because we ain't got to do all that extra outside stuff. We're in the cage. You just jumped on the floor. Yeah? Dustin Poirier was fighting. Dustin Poirier was fighting. There's no doubt about that. You're the one who jumped on the floor. Oh, but YB. Oh, his leg. I don't care for your leg. No one. You had another leg. You had another leg. And besides, you could have stood on the stub, innit? When you snapped your leg, if he was that, no one, and that's the thing, no one didn't oh but YB, he couldn't, his leg was, no one didn't ask him to be talking reckless about people's wives, and be talking reckless about outside. So don't give me that. If you were serious about taking it outside, you should have carried on standing on your stub. Yeah? Go on the stub. You not heard of peg leg? Pirates used to rock around with one leg all the time. Because what we do know is, no one didn't ask you to try and be greasy. You thought you was greasy, but you do. It's the thing with McTapper. He knows how to play the game. He's like one of them cats, yeah, who's in the club and they act rowdy when they've got their friends holding them back. Them ones there, yeah? Or they act rowdy when there's police around. Because they know the establishment's there to jump in. What we do know is, one-on-one, when the squabble was going on, McTapper found a way to dive on the floor into a heap where he feels safe. And this is the thing with McTapper. We've seen it many times. McTapper feels safe, cocooned into the fetal position. He loves it. That's his go-to position. When McTapper's in trouble, you'll see him dive to the floor and cocoon. Because he knows that in UFC, yeah, in mixed martial arts, in UFC, diving into a heap on the floor, that there tells the referee the fight's over. Do you understand? McTapper knows that. McTapper knows how to trigger immediate, what do they call it? You know what I mean? He knows how to immediately end the fight. He knows that. He practiced it in training. He's a professional at diving into the fetal position, tucking his elbows in, tucking his knees in, and tucking his neck in. Full fetal. And tucking up. Because, listen, what we know is, any referee that sees a man on the floor in a heap, tucking his knees in, they're going to call the fight off because you're not responding. McTapper knows that. He can go from standing to in the fetal position in 0.3 seconds. Yeah? He's got it down to a T. He knows exactly what to do. And that's what he does. He's a professional diver on the floor. He always finds a way. I don't care. Please don't at me about his foot or his leg. I don't care about his foot or his leg. Because guess what? He didn't care about his foot or his leg. He was too busy talking. Which is fine. But where was the talking when you was jumping on the floor into the fetal position? Yeah? Into a big heap. Feeling sorry for yourself. There was no talking. And that's what I can't understand. That's what I don't get with these big mouths. Oh, well. Oh. Giving it all that he was. Oh, well, my leg and... Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva? Anderson Silva, I don't remember trying to talk a whole load. He took his licks and he understood the situation he was in. Anderson Silva understood I'm in a heap on the floor. For some reason that doesn't acknowledge in your head. You seem challenged. Yeah? You seem to struggle with the concept that when you're on the floor in a heap, it's over. There ain't no more outside. There ain't no more wives. If there was, you should have been saying that before the referee stepped in. You should have carried on standing. Because how are you going to go outside when you're on the floor? I don't get that. And the worst thing is, he hadn't even got back to his feet when he was saying all that. You know what I mean? Like, what? Oh, well, we're going to go outside. I'll take you outside. You're on the floor with about 10 men around you, security around you. You ain't going nowhere. But I blame the UFC for that, because it's the rules. It's the rules that are the problem. And what you'd notice the minute the rules change, because as I've explained, McTapper isn't stupid. He knows what to do to trigger certain things. He knows how to get the security and get the referee to step in and save him. He knows how to use the establishment and the rules to his own benefit. And that's my point, because you best believe if the UFC changed the rules to what I said, to what I suggested, McTapper wouldn't be talking no more. Because he knows he'd get the fire slapped out of him. He's one of them ones. He's one of them teacher ones. He's one of them run to the teacher ones. He's one of them run to the establishment ones to come and help him. No doubt. Yeah? Anyway, listen. The fight is what it is. McTapper, no good. McTapper, only good at fighting people who are 135 pounds soaking wet. That's what I've noticed. I've worked it out finally. Yeah? McTapper is a professional 135 slayer. Look around. Aldo was a 135er. I kid you not. Aldo was a 135er. Chad Mendes, Mini Mendes, 135er. That's what McTapper was good at. He ain't beat no one else. Who else he beat? Yeah? 135 is where McTapper was good at. Oh, but YB, he was 145. Aldo and Mendes were blown at 135ers. Let's call a spade here. Yeah? They were 135ers, and McTapper is a 155er. That's all he was good at. He was good at going down 2 weight classes and being the big guy. That's the only reason he was good. He was fighting people 2 weight divisions smaller than himself. That's the only reason. The minute he fights men his own size, he ends up with his bones breaking. He ends up on a heap in the floor. He goes out super sad. And all he has left is his mouth. Because what we do know, he didn't have no legs left. He didn't even have a little bit of a leg left. Oh, well, anyway, Anderson Silva. I don't get that. What's the point? What's the point quoting someone's injury? I'm sorry, yeah, maybe it's me, but I don't rate that. Quoting someone's injury, you could have fought on. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but you could have fought on. Let's not blame, it's one of them Anderson Silva ones. No, you could have fought on. If you was that bad, if you was as bad as you're making out you are now, about going outside and about, everyone's his wife this, his wife that, why didn't you carry on then? Because that's the way you're talking right now. You're talking right now like you really want to carry on. So where was that energy 4 minutes ago when he jumped on the floor and begged the ref to come and save you? Yeah? And the fight is what it is. McTapper was getting schooled anyway. Yeah? And the truth be known, if you actually watch the replay, McTapper was gassed. Look at his chest. No joke. 5 minutes after the fight had finished. Watch McTapper's chest. He's breathing deeply. He was gassed. He was 10 out of 10 gassed. All the way gassed. And that's why he shot. McTapper, you can read McTapper like a book. McTapper only starts trying to do BJJ and wrestling when he's gassed. And that's what he did. He went for the guillotine on Prober. McTapper don't BJJ. McTapper don't wrestle. And when he does, that's a telltale sign for, I'm ready to go. Because as I've explained, McTapper is highly trained in getting into a position where the ref can save him. And that tends to be on the floor. For example, watch McTapper versus Nate. McTapper versus Nate 1. McTapper shoots in and ends up on the floor in a heap. No doubt. He knows how to maneuver himself into a position where the ref will save him. Exactly the same as this fight. Yeah? He goes in for the guillotine, ends up on a heap in the floor, gets ground and pounded, and then whatever way you want to look at it, he jumps on the floor, bottom line. Oh, but why be his ankle? No, he jumped on the floor. How about that? That's what he did. I don't know about you, man. I didn't see no ankle injury. All I saw was a man jump on the floor. And if you want to debate that, you call it what you want. Because, in my mind, his mouth didn't stop moving. So I'm thinking, well, if your mouth's moving so well, why didn't you put that energy into standing up still? I don't get that. Because you weren't in that much pain. You weren't in enough pain to stop talking. Yeah? You weren't in enough pain to give it all the hammer. So why didn't you use that energy and that hardness to carry on standing up and carry on fighting? So don't tell me about his leg. I didn't see no leg. I saw a man jump on the floor who didn't want no more. How about that? That's what I saw. Yeah? I saw a man jump on the floor who didn't want no more. He didn't want no more. He needed a referee to step in and save him. That's what I saw. His leg was fine, in my opinion. In my professional opinion, his leg was fine. Yeah? 100%. His leg was A-OK. He just wanted a way out. 100%. He didn't want to be there no more. We've seen this time and time again. He didn't want no more. Yeah? And that's fine. Who am I to judge? I'm just calling it what it is. I'm just reading the tape. The tape says both legs fine, jumped on the floor. 100%. So listen. What I'm most annoyed about is the fact that I didn't put money on it, to be fair. I was just about to swear down. I was just about to bet on Prober, but I changed one of my cards recently. And that's what I couldn't. I didn't have the auto fill in. I couldn't bother to go upstairs and get it. But listen, either way, Prober, a classy man. McTapper has no class, and I hate to say the word class. I don't even really like it, but McTapper's just a goof. Truth be known, I can't believe I actually used to like that guy. Yeah, and that's probably why I like to flame him so much, because he's just he's just tacky, isn't he? It's proper cringy. There's very few occasions, yeah, where I feel emotional. McTapper makes me emotional because he don't follow no rules in that sense. And that doesn't mean YB mate, he's edgy mate. No, not edgy. He's just a muppet. All he seems to want to do is talk, and we know a few of them ones. Billy Ho Saunders, it seems to be a certain type of don. Billy Ho, Tyson Fury, all these certain dons, yeah. All these particular dons, all they know how to do is not get stuck in. Have to moan, complain, and quit. Bottom line, bunch of quitters. Fury, Billy Ho, and McTapper. Yeah, them three man have got their team down super sad right now. That's got in the last 2-3 months. That's got to be the saddest team. The team Billy Ho, Tyson Fury, and Conor McTapper. Wow. You man need to have a huddle up at home and work out a strategy here, because your team's down super bad. Wow. Super bad right now. Bunch of quitters with big mouths, no doubt. Yeah? And Prober slapped the fire out of you. And I just wish the referee, I wish Dana, that's the thing, Dana was there. Conor McTapper's surrogate dad was there to save him, 100%. And that's why, you not notice, while the security was there. Because Conor McTapper and Dana, they had already organised this. Yeah? Conor told him, listen, Pops. When I end up on the heap, when you see me jump on the floor into the fetal position, make sure you bring in all the security so I can keep talking and make the next promotion. That's what it's about. It's all about the money for Dana. Yeah? Because if Dana was for the people, Dana would have said, you know what? I'm not gonna put no security in there. I'm not going to put no referee in there. Let's see how it plays out. Because McTapper was the one who was asking for it to see how it plays out. He was talking about outside. He was talking about wives. But oh, no. Dana, Big Jew said, Conor McTapper's pops, had to bring all the security in and make sure he was A-OK. Because Dustin Poirier was just about to mosh him again. Good and proper. Yeah? And that's what should have been allowed to happen. That's what the fans paid for. The fans paid to watch McTapper in a heap getting moshed. But Dana wouldn't allow it. Because Dana's a scary looking ass, full of juice as well. Anyway, listen. I can't lie to you, man. I love seeing McTapper get moshed. I love seeing McTapper fall apart into a heap on the floor. My favourite thing to do, I swear to God. It's my favourite thing to do, watch McTapper in a heap on the floor. And then tell I, my other favourite thing is to watch all of McTapper's fans make excuses. I had one goofy in my comment section. Oh, YB, mate, but his leg was... he wasn't in a heap. His leg was... Oh, mate, you'd do the same, would I? you best believe, if I'm on the floor in a heap, in fact, if I just jumped on the floor in a heap begging the referee to save me, you ain't gonna catch me talking about someone's wife or talking about what I'm gonna do outside. You're gonna catch me looking at the floor in shame that my kids are gonna have to wake up in the morning. Conor McGregor said, "Oh well, my kids are gonna watch. Oh, they're gonna watch their daddy. Oh, your kids are gonna watch Dustin Poirier hanging out the back of you after riding the legs off you, 100%. People say Conor McGregor broke his leg. No, yeah, Dustin Poirier rode the legs off you. We know this for a fact. Any of my equestrian dons out there, anyone who knows horses, yeah, if you ride a horse too hard, they get injuries, and that's what happened here. Dustin Poirier was hanging out the back of McTapper and riding him hard all the way home in that first round. Rode him, bottom line. Dustin Poirier rode him too hard and it caused an injury. Simple as that. Yeah? Dustin Poirier rode the legs, rode an injury into McTapper. From behind, 100%. Just riding him he was. Yeah? 100%. Dustin Poirier put the reins on. Dustin Poirier put the reins in McTapper's mouth, pulled it back, and just rode him. And that's why his leg bust. Yeah? And that's why he's sitting down. So, listen.